Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is Civilization 6 with Sostin Varansian Gaming Corporation. I am your host, Duke James XI, and please excuse the really rough voice. I am not at 100%, but let's just get down to it. We're obviously here for something, and let's go ahead and start a game. For this first game, I have been informed to play as England by my dearest partner in crime, Ghost Rider, to go ahead and play as England. We're going to keep it just at Prince difficulty for today, as Duke James is not at 100% prime to go ahead and deal with a whole bunch of AIs that are in the science age while I'm still seal clubbing with a whole bunch of potato sticks. So, with that, we're also going to have a Pangea map just to add a bit of flavor, seeing as though that Britain relies a lot on its naval superiority, so I want to have a difficulty with trying to make sure that I can rest the mainland with my superior units and whatnot. Now I will go ahead and advance this setup with abundant resources, but random seems so amazing. Let's do random, why not? If we have a very sparse map, I want a lot of competition. And we're going to go ahead and take off the score difficulty. No one really needs to go ahead and have all those problems of trying to get done by turns. And we're going to actually have no turn limit. We want to keep going until everyone is burning in our flames. Of course, we have to have barbarians. We need barbarians on all those places that we don't want to go. And so with that, I believe we're ready. So let's get into game here.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water.
Now, with so much to go on with, England is a very naval superior and dominant type of civilization. There's a lot to go off of with planning a city off of the Royal Navy dockyard to go ahead and increase your overall adjacency bonuses, and to go ahead and actually build those condensed cities. Now, of course, we're not Japan. We don't have those kinds of scenarios and whatnot with trying to build cities as condensed as we can get them. But to all avail, we want to have as much as we can get, so that way we can go ahead and have a really nice game and setup. And so with that, as soon as this loads, we can go ahead and get on started here. Now, excuse me while I have some tea. It's always good to have a bit of matcha. Soothe the throat. And with that, we're going to go ahead and get in game. Ooh, spawning right on the edge of the continent. We have a bit of citrus, we have a rainforest right beside us, and a lot of stone. That means that we can pretty much go ahead and have a grand old start for a religious type bonus. We have a bit of deer for some extra food. The citrus right along the river, that actually would probably be good for a commercial district, and then maybe a science district, a campus district, right off from that. We also have some whales off the port bow, and we have some cattle right off at us. So let's see, I'm going to quick move this just downriver. Our warriors are going to be a scout for just a second, and look at that. We already have a village. We have 3 stone resources. I think that's a bit of an abundant start. So with that, I believe actually settling right up on the coast would actually be our best bet for this. So that way we get our sailing, we can go ahead and start. So looking at this, we might actually want to scout so that way we can go ahead and actually get out there. We don't need as much culture at the moment. Code of laws, we can wait a little bit for that. Even though that would hinder us a slight bit with faith and gold per turn in the capital, it would help us in the long run of things in these first about like almost 30-50 turns. We're not going to start necessarily with harvesting wheat and all that. We'll go with animal husbandry, so that way we can get... Actually, I find that perhaps even mining would be good for getting that stone. Production would actually be pretty good to go ahead and start off with, and then we can work off of getting astrology here right soon after. That way our scout, technically our warrior, can go ahead and take a look around for some natural resources. And I did not realize that we had cocoa to our south. That'll help us out with some trade. Of course, the first few turns are very crucial to plan out, so that way you can get as much of a bonus as you can get. I completely forgot about the village. I now feel very silly. So, England in 4000 BC. How in the world would that even work out? I mean, of course, with all the different kingdoms and all the different things that were going on in England, especially really early on with like Rome and then all the different peoples and everything. Seeing something like this, how in the world would England fare with all that? Oh, would you look at that? Well, you know what? Perfect. Automate that exploration. That way we can have 2 scouts and we can go ahead and bring our warrior back. So that way we don't need anyone really out in the far reaches. We want our army. We want our army to be close to home. So we're pretty much probably right in the middle of the world, seeing as though we have a lot of rainforest. Haven't seen any Arctic tiles up to the north, so we're not in one of those weird regions. We have an inland lake. That would be good to store a navy. It was like a navy dockyard in a way. Maybe a city probably right here in the middle would be fair, or maybe even down here in the desert tile, so that way we can have a bonus of a kind for like a power plant, for instance, or a solar plant. And right off the bat, we have met Scythia. Yes, boppity boopity, good to meet you. Yes, please come to our capital, because of course we want to make friends with Scythia, especially with her and her warlike ways with building an army of ancient warriors. So with that, let's go ahead and get a monument out, since we have so many scouts, and then we'll go ahead and get settlers pumped out soon enough. These guys are all good. Oh yes, please go visit that. 40 gold. And there's another village right off there. Let me guess, Arabia has just planted themselves in that village. It's good to see you, Arabia. Obviously, you're going to be a very good team player. In the midst of everything, you're going to be very trade focused, I'm probably guessing, with trying to make sure you don't die by Scythia. Of course, you want to make sure that you don't make too many enemies in the first few turns. It really sets up for a horrible example later on down the road. Now, we should have about 12 civilizations, so already meeting, technically being 1/4 of the entire world already, it's going to fare quite a ways. Now, sadly, we haven't found a natural wonder with that. We don't necessarily need to embark just yet Animal husbandry, I'm looking to see if perhaps I can maybe take down one of these forests to build a farm. And then I'd probably build up the stone and put something down in the cattle. I might just go for animal husbandry right now, and then that way we can go for a worker soon enough eventually. Go and plant our warrior there. We have one to the north, one to the south. Obviously, we have natural walls of units all around us. Manually control this just for a second, then we'll just automate it. Turn 10, nothing really much going on. Hit our 100 goal already. That's always good. With the village and everything helping us. Thank you, random people out in the middle of nowhere. You've always helped out with everything. We have the Arabian music playing. I've never actually realized this, but I never saw that envoy points actually calculated so early, actually. That obviously probably helps out with a lot of civilizations who get a different government type really early on, especially those who try and go for that. So we're actually going to toggle that, and we're just going to give ourselves a little bit more room because we're sitting here for a while. Another village. We're going to go say hello to them. It's weird since Arabia was just right over here. They should have saw that. Oh, would you look at that? Astrology was boosted. How does that help us out? 8 turns. We are currently at 1 turn away, so we're going to go ahead and go for astrology right after that. Have we met our first city-state? Oh, no, we have not. We've met the Holy Romans, or Germany.
Ich weiß wohl, dass auch ihr könnt geherrschen mit rechter Gewalt.
Always good to meet you, Germany. Always a good friend, right? It's an honor to meet you. Oh, we would love to see your capital. Oh, would you look at that? Alrighty then. Just taking a look around, obviously everything is actually pretty abundant. Ooh, Cairo is really close. Ooh, that's going to be a rough one. Probably having a city, yeah, right on that desert tile would give us a lot of room to have a natural defense. So probably planting a city right here would be good for next. So that way we can have a bit of food, we'll have extra whales and fish, a bit of cattle. Let's take a look at a lens here. And of course we're all on the same continent. Settler, there we go. Oh, so yeah, so fresh water because of the lakes. Okay. So then, I guess we can build farms? I don't know, I've never tried to build farms on a desert, unless it was next to a river, but I don't know about floodplains out in the middle of nowhere.
At his best.
And we have our first policies. So let's go ahead and crank out that gold and faith. And let's give the +5 unit combat strength, because we don't know when our scouts are actually going to run into anything. Ooh, and our first true look at the civic tree. So, looking at things, obviously we have craftsmanship, and if we're going for building up our empire with that first wonder, being Stonehenge especially, we might just go after craftsmanship to go ahead and get the state workforce. I would love foreign trade though, it would help out absolutely beautifully, but we're gonna have to go with state craftsmanship for right now. Did that say 1 turn? No, it's 24 turns. Yeah, and that's why we need that monument built ASAP now. We have a lot more chocolate on the inland. Have a government. Oh gosh. Oh, that's a lot of people. I appropriate your delegation. And with that also gives me a reminder that I have not sent a delegation off to Scythia since she gave me one. Or since she actually met me. So I'm going to be the first person to do that. So that way we can go ahead and push ourselves off to meet her. She hasn't met either of these two, though. She should meet them soon. They should be somewhere down here, some of these other guys. Automate that. And next turn, 3400 BC, Arabia sending us a delegation. I love delegations because AI love to do that.
I am fond of pigs.
There we go. Now, let's go ahead and get astrology going. We need... Oh, Russia.
Я царь Петр. Достойный правитель, подобный вам, должен ценить все самое изысканное. Любите ли вы искусство, подобно мне?
Oh, boy. It's gonna be a tough one for him. Because with... Yeah, right where I thought he was gonna be. Of course, down to the south. I mean, he could have been to the north, but if he was up here, we would have met him just as much as Tamiris. At the same point in time. So with him being so far away, obviously between Germany, Arabia, and himself, they're going to have a very big contest for land, so we're going to expand as soon as we can outwards. He immediately sent a delegation. We of course love Russian goods, of course. With that, next turn as well, nothing big happening. Are we already running out of housing? Really? Oh. Yeah, we technically haven't... Yeah, because since we didn't go for pottery, we didn't get the extra housing. As soon as we get astrology, we're going to go for that. So we might switch to a production focus, just so that way that goes off. Oh. There we go. Okay, never mind then. Yeah, so we're going to be a little stagnant on people now, which is never good. Probably go for a builder so that way we can go ahead and build up those resources, so that way with the fewer citizens we can actually get some work done. And Norway. Natural enemy of England, but especially with a navy power. Let's hope they didn't get next to the ocean. You know what? I don't like Norway. We're not going to do that. We're just going to, say goodbye to him. Where do we even meet him? Who met him? He's over here. Yeah, he's far enough away. We don't need to worry. Ooh, we have a lot of rich land and mountains right over yonder. If we settle a city out here too, we can also kind of cut off Germany and landlock them if they're ever trying to go for the ocean. Yeah, we just met Cleopatra. Don't try and show off. I'm a woman. Leave me alone. I mean, unless she's into that, but I don't think so. It's good to meet you. Let's just keep you on good terms, because, oh. But we didn't even see her. Where's her units? Where do we meet her? All the way down here? No, that's Scythia. Where in the world did we meet her? She was probably on a mountain, showing off to our scouts, and then realized, hey, those aren't our guys. Oy vey. Oh. Small gift of papyrus from the new Isis. Isis, excuse me. Oh boy. We're already having terrorist jokes with Egypt. That isn't good.
A physician without a
Oh boy. This is already going to be very fun. Let's get pottery going. Let's get that warrior finished so that way we can go ahead and plant our religious peoples down.
Über Vorsichtigkeit sie gelobet. Zu helfen diesem Reich hieße tanzen.
There are no city-states to even look at. What do you... What? They've probably met like 5.5 million city-states and are, you know, already proclaiming them into the empire. Whereas I'm over here like, whatever. Let's see, what kind of tiles are we going for? You're grabbing the citrus, alright, in 4 turns. Might actually take up one of these stone resources, just so that way we can go ahead and plant down that religious building. More stone. Can't get enough stone. Oh, your delegation's most welcome. Thank you. And there's our worker. Let's go ahead and get that stone worked right now. Masonry's getting up. Let's go ahead and also get a farm, and then we'll get a plantation. We can actually already start on Stonehenge. We don't have that many people, though. Hold on, where are the people working right now? Ah, I see. 3 given by the deer. What does this give if I were to work that tile? I can only wonder. Alright, well, actually, to cut down on food. Oops, don't want them. I would like my management, please. To cut down on food. There we go. Now let's choose production. Stonehenge will take 20. Oh, perfect. That was exactly where I wanted it. Yeah, because then the Holy District would go right there. Oh, no, because I wanted my commercial district up there. Yeah, alright. We'll place it right next to London. Why not? More stone. Can't get enough of that. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Didn't I make this a huge map? Why is everyone around me? Everyone's gonna landlock me in the first, you know, like 50 turns. Those lines. Your people are starved for knowledge and beauty, yet they ignore science and art. Why? I've barely started. It's 30 turns, and we're lucky enough we're still using, you know, like enough stick power to go ahead and give firelight to our town. Oh boy. 30% production. We still have faith cranking out, but if we automatically get a profit from Stonehenge, we wouldn't need that. So let's go ahead and get rid of some of that and go for more urban planning. And then once we get the civic for wonders in 18 turns, hopefully we can get some more of that culture going. We can go ahead and get that going. So let's see, this just gives extra gold. Oh, it gives it half a house. We need that because we're running out of housing. Well, if that gives half the housing, we might actually go up here and work the cattle then. Now, something that always confused me is that even if you had a stone resource,
I thought Clay must feel happy.
of course, it always feels great. If you had a stone resource and you didn't have like an actual improvement on it, of course you'd have a base amount of turns that Stonehenge would have. But having it worked though, these people are working on the stone and they're actually bringing it here. It isn't just tons and tons of rocks being brought over. So why not have an improvement to that via something along the lines of an actual improvement, and such as like an extra, 10% of production thrown at it automatically. There's those little kinks, and of course it's hard to work that sometimes, but it always brought a little bit of confusement. Confusement? Is that even a word? Confusement? I don't even think so. I'm not even a whole like 15 minutes into anything, and I can't even get out a simple word. Brings a lot of confusing thoughts with just the fact that like they haven't brought something like that. Just confusing thoughts, English thoughts. I would love that. Oh gosh. Let's see. We don't have any barbarian problems, so we don't need to work on archery or bronze working just the moment. But it would help to go and have sailing. Sailing. So that way, if we do settle that city sooner or later, we can get these two resources worked and go off from there. Now, yes, we know you're running out of housing. We have an extra half of a house. Hopefully, we can get that other half of a house done in just another turn. Bam. Horseback riding as well. There we go. Now there's 5 houses. So now London, I would say go ahead and get some extra food. We need that extra person cranked so we can get some work done. We have a lot of gold built up. We might actually want to try and buy something, because that is quite a lot of gold. We might actually go ahead and just buy the granary right now for that extra bit of food as well as more housing. That way, we've skipped probably a good like 9 turns of waiting, and we can keep working on the Stonehenge at a greater pace. 10 production, 10 food, that's a pretty nice start. We have met our first city-state. 5.5 million miles away. Oh, and she doesn't like the fact that I have no military. Who am I trying to impress? Oh, that's right. I'm trying to impress no one. So, I don't know why we're getting angry at me. But I'd like to get Stonehenge done, please. There is a village that we have discovered somewhere in the world. Ah, there it is. Ooh, silver! Silver and a lot of floodplains. Oh, and there we go. Now our borders are closed off. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. That was the boost, not the gift. Still thinking on Civ 5 here. Lots of pearls and lots of whales. Oh, look at how many. Oh boy, there's a lot of people coming around us. I wonder how many people are actually trying to rush the Stonehenge right now. Hopefully they do not get it, because we'll have one extra person, and then that'll probably give us an extra, like maybe 1 or 2 production. Oh, she sent us a trade delegation, finally. Surprised we're still not getting that. Oh wait, no, we expanded somewhere.
It is not that life assured.
Where do we expand? Oh, now it's 6 turns. What in the world just happened? It went from 4 to 6 in 2 turns. It keeps going up. Well, either way, let's go ahead and get plantations going, so that way we can get that first luxury, so that way when our citizens do hit that certain level, we don't have a problem. Now it helps that we have that bit of deer, that bit of cattle, and some stone. People are probably building away with a whole bunch of stone bricks. But as soon as we get another worker, we should be in a very big appeasement. Alright, almost 40 turns, and we will have Stonehenge up in 5. So let's see, where are our citizens currently? Of course we have the one in the main. We have 3 food and a production. We have 2 gold, or 2 production, 2 food, 3 production, 2 food and a gold. Extra bit of everything from the cocoa. I don't think we can buy another worker. No. And that will be in... oh, that's a ways away. So we just have to hope that no one else is building it and that our production is enough. Because it'll all come down to what it is right now. And it seems like we know a bit more than Arabia. And Arabia doesn't like that. Arabia has probably pissed the living shit out of Germany by settling right over there, being an absolute asshole. That just means that they're probably going to do the same somewhere over here and screw up everything that I have plans for. I should actually probably move my worker down and see if my warrior down. See if I can go ahead and get a good old blockade runner. We have another city-state. We have Toronto. We obviously see that Canada has found its way. And I've been denounced because I'm weak. She doesn't like the fact that I don't have enough people protecting me. She's probably been denounced by quite a few people then. Let's take a look. Let's take a peek. What are we looking at, Cleopatra? Someone has denounced her. Oh no, she's denounced someone else. But she's friendly with Tomyris. That isn't good. Because then Tomyris will probably take that. Now Tomyris has a pantheon. And I can't see Norway because I was being a little dickwad. But we can only hope... oh! Oh, we don't have Stonehenge anymore. Who built Stonehenge? I didn't see that. Oh. Stolen right from under us. Who made a religion? Oh. Oh, that's terrible. That's ruined so much. Oh no. Well, no bueno indeed. Oh no. Well, we can always go for a holy site and hope that we can get some stuff going. So let's see, we have a whole bunch of different +1s. That's obviously not going to gift us anything, is it? Spend 60 gold? I don't think so. I want to get rid of all the forests, because I would like a little bit of production added to the city, but that really crushes me. Someone would dare build that. Alright. Let's move on, shall we? Let's see. Where should we put this? We can stomp out the cattle, or we can go ahead and place it right where Stonehenge was. I think we're going to do that then. Keep it close to home. Well, now I have to spend 8 more turns after we just spent practically 23 sitting and waiting. That wastes a lot of production. As soon as we get that going, yes, yes, it is hard, because obviously someone has just utterly smashed everything. Oh, Nelly. For the first video for Civilization 6, I am quite surprised with just a spectacular first 45 turns. It has been a very up and down. Well, we don't need the extra spare production because we've tried to max out as much as we could on production. Might go ahead and just keep the Golden Faith running for a while. We'll also have... We're probably going to have to start building an army here with conscription because of the fact that some people are starting to not like us, such as Cleopatra. And hopefully that doesn't turn out with Tamiris, but she tends to like me at the moment, even though she just told me, you know, that I'm horrible. Let's get some foreign trade then. So that way we can start trading with her, try to keep her appeased. Let's get some luxuries going. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. 45 turns, roughly about quite a bit going on. Lost our first wonder of Stonehenge. We have plans that are obviously getting all uprooted last minute and everything. Have our first district going on, and we're going to have 5 people here, so we might want to build a city in the next episode, just so that way we can go ahead and have an empire to appease all these people. We don't have early empire, so we still have open borders, which sucks, but soon enough we can go ahead and get that all rolling. So with that, I'm going to look on the ruins of no Stonehenge. And we'll leave you with that beautiful scenery of a very ancient London. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. First video, so I'm not going to say to go too crazy, but this series is probably going to be a very long one with standard speed, and I hope that you all enjoy, and I will see you all around.